If I had to delete everything today and start over my streaming channel from scratch, no subscribers, no followers, no viewers, here's exactly what I do differently. I'm not gonna go over the generic be consistent stuff, which is important in the long run, but I wanna show you the actual decisions that move the needle when nobody knows who you are yet. There are 6 steps. Some of these you may have heard before, but step 4, almost nobody's doing it. And I think for a lot of streamers, it's one of the single biggest reasons they plateau and never figure out why. So starting with step 1, that's gonna be picking your gamer niche. You gotta strap down to one thing. And I mean something you've genuinely put hundreds of hours into. Not the ideology that this game is gonna bring me in viewers. I'm talking about the game you talk about at a dinner party while everyone just slowly tries to get up and leave. And here's why it matters. When you're starting at 0, nobody's actually watching for you yet. They don't know that you exist. They just know about the game. So you wanna be the person inside that game's world who actually teaches them something. They could be tips, secrets, strategies, Easter eggs, stuff that makes a viewer think, wow, I actually just learned something new. Now we need step 2. The second you hit end stream, you're completely invisible to your audience. The people who found you during that stream have already forgotten about you as soon as they open the door to their fridge. The only thing that keeps you growing in between streams is offline content. That could be YouTube videos or shorts, TikToks, Reels, you know it. That's just how this works right now. But, and this is very important, I'm not talking about clipping random gameplay and hoping that it goes viral. Nobody's stopping their doom scrolling for a random snipe that you got on Fortnite. One of the easiest ways to get clips that actually get shared by people are the value moments that we talked about in step 1. So what I like to do is going into my streams already knowing what kind of moments I want to point out. So if I know there's already going to be an Easter egg or a mechanic or a setting that people don't know about, I'm going to talk about it during my stream. That way the clip basically edits itself without needing to send it off to an editor. And once I have that footage, that's where I just streamline the entire process. I've been using a tool called Nexus Clips in my own workflow, which has helped me get millions of views on my short form content. And it's actually why I partnered with them for this part of the video. I just connect my Twitch account to my Nexus Clips account. And then instead of having their AI scan my VODs, I actually have that clip, whether that be through Twitch or using the replay buffer. And I click the import clip button here. All I would do is start off with framing, and then I'm going to choose miniature face cam, and the AI is going to automatically target my face in gameplay, cropping out the text at the bottom here. Then I'll click on subtitles and hit generate subtitles, and it's going to add those nice animated captions that would normally take you hours to do manually. I'm going to pick the one that I like the most. Usually this Twitch one is pretty good, or the green one. You can see it's added our subtitles down here. So if I click here and play, you'll see that they are added to the clip. Then we can go to the sticker, and I like using this at the very end of my clip. So if I'll go here and then I'll shorten it, and then I'll bring it all the way to the end, so that way people know where to find me. Then I'll go to the hook, and this is one of the most important parts because literally this is what's going to stop people from their doom scrolling. I'm going to say don't sleep on this new shoddy secret in Fortnite. We essentially just need to pique their interest, and it's going to take them a second to read this anyways, so that actually helps with our retention. But the main goal here is to tell them what the clip's about and the value they're going to get from it within the first second or two. So then now in literally less than, I don't know, 60 seconds or less, we have this entire viral ready short. But the most important part is this is our value moment. This could be you talking about your Easter egg. This could be you talking about a new tip or a setting that people don't know about. They're more inclined to actually watch and stick around to learn something. And that's truly how I built my following over the years, is by giving value. And so once your video is done here, all you got to do is click share in the top right, and you can download it, but you can also connect your TikTok or YouTube account if you want to automatically share it. And so rinsing through this cycle consistently, giving value to people, giving secrets that you normally would tell your friends, but for free on the internet, that's going to be a very beneficial cycle for you to take advantage of. And making that process easier by automating your clips like I've done right now is what's ultimately going to prevent you from burning out. So I recommend giving Nexus Clips a shot. I have a discount link in the description down below. You can use coupon code Cpaws so you can start to consistently grow your audience. But let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is going to be multi-streaming from day 1. Here's the reality. When you have 0 viewers, none of these platforms are actually pushing you. Twitch isn't, YouTube's not, Kick is not sitting in a boardroom being like, man, you know who we should push? This new guy. None of them are doing that. So if you're only streaming to one platform, you're essentially hosting a big birthday party, but only telling one person about it. Multi-streaming lets you hit Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, all at the same time with just a minimal amount of extra work. One stream, 3 to 4 or more audiences, whichever platform ends up working the best for you, that's when you know to double down and lean into that platform. And if you haven't tried multi-streaming yet, I've made it super duper easy to start, and I'll show you at the very end of the video, so stick around. And also, if this video has been just a little bit helpful so far, if you could drop a like on it so other streamers can also gain value from this, that would be dope. Moving on to step 4, and this is where it really gets all tied together. During your streams, you can try actively teaching. This could be giving the news on new updates or patch notes. Could be tips, secrets, strategies, settings, Easter eggs. Whatever is the most relevant relevant to the gamer niche that you picked in step 1. Make your stream the type of content that you would actually watch. And bonus points if you can frame your stream and stream idea as like a YouTube video. If you start treating your streams as an event, like a YouTube video that you would click, aka maybe something like, can I get all of the expert Left 4 Dead 2 achievements without dying a single time? Or maybe something like the top 10 settings that I would turn on immediately in Fortnite in order to get good. Something to categorize this stream as an event or almost framing it as a YouTube video. Because here's the thing, your clip pipeline that we made in step 2 is only as good as what you're saying when you're live. If you're silently grinding, those are boring clips. But stopping mid-game and saying something like, actually, most people don't know this mechanic exists, that's an actual clip. That's a clip that someone could be tagging to their entire Discord to share that value. It doesn't have to be formal or overproduced. It can literally just be one sentence, but it has to be genuinely useful to someone that plays that game. That's the difference between clips that people share to their friends and clips that just stay around 40 views. The streamers who grow aren't just good at the game, they're good at explaining what they're doing and why. And that's a really useful way to turn a viewer into a subscriber. Moving on to step 5, and that's posting like a human, which is really important these days now that AI is taking over everything. Ask yourself this one question: would I actually stop doom scrolling and watch this? Stop asking yourself, is this the right hashtag ratio? Not, did I post at the most optimal time on a Tuesday? Ask yourself, would a real person, specifically the person that plays this game, watch this clip to the very end? If the answer is no, then don't bother posting it. Make a better clip. One genuinely good clip beats 7 mediocre ones. And if that means that you have to offline record it off your stream because you didn't get it right during your stream, then do it, because I want you to stop posting crap on the internet and start actually putting in that quality and that little touch of effort that we need for good clips. Your audience can feel the difference even if they can't explain it to you. Step number 6 is going to be repeating the process. Here's what happens when you start doing all of this for several months at a time. You start becoming known as that person for that game. Your clips eventually get shared, someone finds your short, checks out your channel when you're live, and actually shows up to your next stream. That's the entire flywheel. New streams, new clips, more reach, more viewers. It all compounds. You just have to start. And the thing that I really like about this framework is that nothing goes to waste. Every stream feeds your clip pipeline. Every clip feeds your reach. Every new viewer finds the next stream. Compare that to the alternative. Streaming for 1 year with no strategy, wondering why nothing's happening. I've seen that happen to so many people, including my students, before they joined my boot camp. So don't be that guy. So if you haven't started multi-streaming yet, I've made a full guide for you right here. It's super easy because you know I'm super lazy. So give that video a watch. My name's Cody, and I will see you in the next one.